Hey friends, I'm back. I took a couple weeks off, but here I am back to deliver a Bible Time video for you. I've taken a lot of time to really think and pray about what I wanted to cover in this next series. And I wonder, have you ever wondered if it's okay to ask questions? Questions like, how did we get the Bible? And how do we really know that Jesus is God? Or does God ever stop loving me? Even for a second? I don't know about you, but sometimes I feel really stupid when I feel like I need to ask a question. Or worse, I worry that people will laugh at me or think less of me. And thinking about this and praying about my own insecurities got me to thinking, maybe you wonder the same things. Maybe you're afraid to ask questions about faith and the Bible and God. I know I'm not alone in this. We all wonder if it's okay to question the things that we question. But do you want to know some good news? Jesus isn't afraid of our questions. In fact, Jesus wants us to ask him our questions. The Holy Spirit is always inviting us to wonder, ask, and to go deeper in faith and understanding. And so this series is going to be on questions. Questions in the Bible, but also questions that we wonder about ourselves. You know who asked Jesus some questions? John the Baptist. What do you remember about John the Baptist? Think about it. Why do we call him the Baptist? Is that his last name? No, it's not his last name. That's a joke I make with you guys all the time, but it could, that's a reasonable guess. If we don't know who John the Baptist is, we might think the Baptist is his last name, or maybe his middle name is the and his last name is Baptist. I don't know. But no, we call him the Baptist because that's what he did. He baptized people. And it differentiates him from a lot of other Johns in the Bible, doesn't it? How did John know Jesus? John the Baptist. One of you said it. Yeah, he's related to Jesus. Do you remember when Mary is pregnant with Jesus, she goes and visits her cousin Elizabeth. And Elizabeth is a lot older, and they thought she couldn't have kids. And Elizabeth comes out to meet Mary, and she's like super pregnant. You can't see what I'm doing right now, but I'm making like a big pregnant belly in front of myself. And she's super pregnant. And as she comes out to meet Mary, the baby inside of her, John, leaps and kicks and announces through the Holy Spirit that this baby that Mary is carrying is special, that Jesus is the one everyone has been waiting for. John the Baptist was related to Jesus, and he was the first to announce who Jesus was. The Holy Spirit overcame Elizabeth, and she said this beautiful thing, and you can read about it yourself. The Holy Spirit was working from the time John was in his mom's belly. And so you would think that John would never need to ask Jesus a question, right? I mean, if he knew who Jesus was even before he was born, then surely he had no questions for Jesus. Well, I'm here to tell you that even John the Baptist had some questions for Jesus. In Matthew chapter 11, John is in prison, and he sends his disciples, the people who've been learning from and following him, to go ask Jesus this: are you the one who is to come, or should we expect someone else? Basically, John is asking Jesus, are you really the Messiah? I mean, I know those stories from when I was a baby in my mother's womb, and that I kicked and punched and jumped, and the Holy Spirit pronounced that you were the one we were waiting for. But Jesus, really, are you the one? Or should we look for someone else? Even John needed some reassurance. And it's possible that John felt really silly asking this question. After all, he was a prophet. He had a special relationship with God and was always telling people the way back to the heart of God. But he was waiting just like everyone else. And he was probably tired of waiting. And in that moment, he wondered, is Jesus really the one? Is he really the Messiah? Is he really the one who will make everything right? And Jesus didn't laugh at John. He didn't wag his finger at John's disciples and say, come on now, don't you have faith? I thought you were better than that. Jesus doesn't chastise John for asking and wondering. He's not disappointed in John's questions. He doesn't make fun of him. Instead, Jesus tells John's disciples to go back to John and tell him what they have seen. Miracles that show God's presence. The blind received sight, the lame walk, those with leprosy, a skin disease, are cleansed, the deaf hear, and the dead are raised. And the good news is proclaimed to the poor. Jesus doesn't get angry or defensive. He just points to the evidence of his power and love. Friends, I want you to know that it is okay to have questions. Jesus hears our questions and shows us his power and his love. Jesus meets us where we are in our journey of faith and helps us sort it all out, one question at a time. Having questions doesn't mean we don't have faith. It just means we're a normal human, engaging with the God of the universe. And there's a lot more to learn. So friends, as we go on this questioning journey together, I want you to let me know your questions. Down below in the description of this video is a link to my virtual office. And buried in my virtual office, as you click through, I'll give you a hint, it's in the prayer room. There's a box for questions. And when you click on that box, there will be a form for you to fill out where you can say, hey, Courtney, this is my question. And you can let me know if you want me to address it in a video, or if you want it to be discussed in Sunday school, or if you'd rather have a one-on-one conversation. I'm open to all of those things. But friends, your questions about faith and the Bible and about church, they matter. They matter to the heart of God. They matter to me. And I'm here to help you figure it out. And I'm learning too. Some of your questions might also be my questions. So we'll figure it out together. But friends, remember that even the people closest to Jesus had questions. And that's okay. We'll learn together in community and through the Holy Spirit. I love you, friends. I can't wait to hear what your questions are. And I will see you soon.